Hello everybody, Defense here, and welcome back to Erlengrat. We are here driving our little Lintrack. As you can see, it no longer has the sprayer or the weight on it, and that's for two reasons. One, I have swapped it over to the case. I can't remember which version of the case this is, but it's the 7210 Pro, I think? I don't know. But that's not really the what we need to be worrying about. Was I right? The 7230. I was close. Alright, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna set this guy. Whoop. Gotta turn it on before the worker shows up. It'd be nice if you could just hire a worker and they did everything. But yeah, we're gonna get him spraying. I already did the end of the field, so that way they have an easier turnaround. And we are actually gonna go and sell the Lintrack. So there's two things going on. One, this only has standard tires and wide tires, and I know I probably don't need the small tires as often, but I do like having them because I play with crop destruction on. I don't want to end up destroying all of my crops. And the next thing is, this is drastically underpowered for what I need. And unrelated, there's a third issue going on in relation to a mod. I know what's causing the problem. I know which mod is causing the problem, but I can't fix it. And I can't remove it either. It just makes it so that you can't do anything there. Can I sell? I can still sell. Okay. So I am losing a bit of money. I think this tractor goes for like 105. So we're losing about 14,000, but I'm fine with that, because we're actually not going to buy a new tractor. I know that sounds kind of weird, but we're going to lease a new tractor. And I am thinking... By the way, I never really noticed the def fluid in these before. If they have def, do you have to actually put the def in? I never really noticed it before until now. Actually, I think I had the 77 and we didn't have to. So, I don't know. But yeah, I need to decide what we want. And so far in the series, I've grabbed the case. I've had Massey Ferguson's back. The case and Massey Ferguson back on Felsburn. And this one here, I did the Lintrack and the case as well. But I don't know. There wasn't anything added for medium and large tractors in this update. So I don't know what I'm going to grab. But what I do want, and I know I did just lease this guy here, but I'm thinking of going with this guy. It's 9 meters versus 6 meters, so it's an extra 3 meters. It does both planting and fertilizing, so I don't have to worry about it as much. It is one less job that I have to worry about, but there are also these, which does mean that I have to cultivate first, which is the only downside, but I can get a pretty big cultivator. But at the same time, let's see, 300 horsepower, yeah. I don't think we're gonna rock that one. But yeah, so what I'm thinking, where'd I go? This one here, 270. So my current tractor has 214 horsepower. So if I want to run that bigger one, I need to get the John Deere, or let's check out the Vultra. What do we got for options on the T series? 250. Nope, that only goes to 250. That one will go to 280. But what it means when it says that horsepower, by the way, I think is how much horsepower the machine needs. I don't know if that means how much horsepower the tractor has to have. Yeah, it seems like we're gonna end up having to go with that John Deere right at the end. Oop, that's not it. Wow, you don't have an option on the JCB Fast Tracks. Huh, that I did not know. Alright, so if I do go with this, the leasing cost is going to be huge. So we're looking at 2K per day, plus just under 5K per hour. So I think we're going to hold off on upgrading that. But I have a lot of decisions to make. Alright, so I know it probably seems dumb. But this is gonna be a little expensive. I cannot afford this. I know that, and I think I'm fine with that. I'm gonna lease it. I don't mind having this tractor leased, and it makes it so that we can play around with tractors. If we want to try out a different tractor at any time, we can just end the lease, and all we lose is the 10K plus the per day and the operating hours. So, on top of that, I have upgraded it to the 7726, so we get the 280 horsepower. I gave it narrow tires and a front loader attachment. So what we're going to do is we're going to lease that for $10,000. And that leaves us enough money to do a couple other things. So I went and was looking through some of the mods, because we do have an option for a square baler here, which I didn't actually know. I found this after I had found all this stuff. So we may end up using this one, but at the same time, I found two that I thought were pretty cool. So I did grab a couple other mods, but I probably won't end up using them. One of them is the Heston 1840 Massey Ferguson. And what I was thinking on this is this has a bale thrower, which is pretty cool. And what the bale thrower does, so if I were to lease this, it's only $1,600, which isn't bad. That does though is it in here? No, it's not. It's in trailers. There is another pack. It's by the same guy, and I feel real bad that I never remember the names of the modders. And I do apologize. I will try and get them soon. I think if you go like this... There we go. So when you go to the HD small bale buildup, so this is a trailer configuration option for this. And it makes it so we can throw the bales up into here, which I thought was pretty cool. And we'll be able to just do it all in one on the tractor, and it'll work. The other option for another one that I saw, and I do promise we are actually going to get to farming today. I know it's a bit of a chatty one, but I want to kind of put you guys through my mind process, is the Galignani here. This is an older style one. There's actually a couple of guys that I watch who actually farm, who have older versions of these, which have like, so you'll see like this spot here actually has like a piston arm that pushes everything back and forth, and it's pretty cool how they work. This is a newer version of anything I've ever seen, but it was pretty cool on there. And same thing, it just dumps the bales straight out the back. And these do make smaller bales. This one here is actually only 521, which is why I'm not getting it. But it was a pretty cool idea. But as I said, we're probably going to go with this. And I do know I have the variable bale capacity mod, and I will probably double this to 2,000, because I don't want to go insane using it, like making it real big. But wow, that's expensive to throw the bale thrower on. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do, is I'm only going to try and double what is normally packed into a bale using the variable bale capacity mod. And I think that works, you know. So let's buy this. And this is all just to get today's project done, by the way, guys. Because I want to start using the bales and such. And I think I'm going to go with green. And we're going to go this way, this way, this way. There's a lot of options on this one. Wow. Wheel setup. Big tire, little tire. Any other changes? Brand of a Krone Emsland. I think we'll leave it at that. And we will buy this as well, because these are pretty inexpensive, so I don't mind getting them. And hopefully, they all hook up to my tractor. We are going to keep my current seeder, by the way. Yeah, I could pull it with this, but I'm not going to. So if I did everything correctly, these should be able to hook together. And if yep, there we go. If you unfold it, you can roll the little trailer bar out. But this is wicked fun. I tested it without the trailer. And I always have a world that I use everything to test in, and this thing will literally just shoot the bales, and it's pretty funny to see. Now, I'm going to do very bad at backing this up, especially once I get the other trailer attached. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to do it this way. Because, also because of the mod that is causing issues with the customization in the repair area there, I cannot even grab things. Any of my hand tools don't work. Any of that stuff is broken. And it's kind of annoying. But it should hopefully be fixed. There is a fix out for it, but it's not released in the mod list on here yet. Can I not hook this one up? Oh, come on. It shows them working together. There we go. I don't know why. Until I hooked it up to the trailer, it wouldn't, until I hooked it up to the tractor, it wouldn't hook up. So I hooked it back up to the tractor, moved them both, and then they decided to hook up. But yeah, this is a pretty big setup. But it's fun, and that's really the only reason I got it. As I said, I hadn't really planned on doing much in the way of baling, but this was too fun to pass up. And I cannot wait to use it today. Again, sorry there's been a lot of chit-chatty stuff. I normally don't show off the equipment as much, but the mods are fun. And, you know, not everybody gets to see all the mods, so... If you do want to know the mods, by the way, feel free to ask me about any of the mods I use in the comments, and I'll make sure to give you the info on them. I have looked into making a mod list, but there are way too many mods that I have in the world, and I don't always use all of them. So, I don't know. I haven't figured out a good way to do it yet, so we'll have to play around with that in the future. But I'm happy about this. This will be fun. And what I'm going to do quickly is we're going to get set up to get this done. Yeah, we're going to get this field harvested. And at the same time, I am going to get this field planted. I think that'll be a good way to do it. So, let me get all of that set up for us, and then we'll probably hop right into a time lapse with a little bit of music. So I did not lie, there should be a little bit of music there, but there was actually one thing I forgotted before we did the seeding today, and that was lime. We haven't spread any lime, so we need to. We're going to spread it on this field, and then once we harvest, I think it's either canola or soybeans on the other field. I don't actually remember, I just know it's one of those. But after we harvest those ones, we will get that one done as well. And let's see, can I? Yes, I can. Haha. I was making sure I could dump it there without worrying about it. But yeah, we need to get all of this limed. So instead, we're going to get it limed while we're working. And hopefully, the guy will be able to do it without an issue. So yeah, now I'm actually going to get on to harvesting that field there. And we should have everything we need now to make effectively efficient fields. Yeah, I think I used the words right there. So, now it is time for a bit more music and a good amount of harvesting. Alright guys, I did that thing again where I try and muscle too many tasks at the same time in one time lapse. So, what we've been doing, you guys might have seen me hop back and forth a couple of times because he was running into some issues. I did shut off traffic eventually. I don't know if that was in the time lapse or not because he kept getting stuck on cars. So, we're going to have to deal with that. But we'll do that at another time. For now, I need to top this off again. This field's big. And I'm going to leave that worker to finish harvesting over there. And then I want to do a little bit of work with the bales. Because as I said, it is pretty cool watching them do that. There was a thing I was looking for. I assumed... Ooh, I went way too far. I assumed it wasn't going to be a mod on Farming Sim. But as I said, I do watch a little bit of actual like farmers on YouTube, and one of them had this weird contraption. I don't even know what it was called, but it was pretty much like a roller coaster for hay. So it was kind of like, so how I have that big trailer behind me, where I'm gonna end up having all the hay thrown. It has that, but at the same time, it has. Instead of it being thrown into a trailer, every time the bale leaves that, it goes into a track which rotates it and starts sending it up this like long track, and it stacks all the bales on this track. I don't know, as I said, I can't remember what it's called, but it was really cool, and I was trying to see if there was one in Farming Sim, at least in the mods. I couldn't find one, but if I remember, I'm going to share a picture in Discord when this video comes out. If I didn't, feel free to let me know. And if you're not in my Discord, it is linked in the description down below if you guys do want to check it out. I do a lot of chit-chatting in there, a lot of sharing, and just honestly a lot of randomness. Why did I think these were all 2,000 apiece? Well, this should be enough to finish off the field, even if I have to pluck a little bit myself. But yeah, we're going to get this spreader here back on with a worker to get that done. But yeah, that machine there though is, as I said, it's really cool, and I just can't remember what it's called. But as I said, if any of you know what it's called, let me know. It literally just looks like an amusement park ride that's been packed up, but it's still working. You know, that's the best way I could think to describe it. It just looks wicked funny. But yeah, I am going to show you guys this one as it's going. We'll work around the worker there. And as I said, it does look pretty cool. I don't know how it's going to end up in the trailer. I don't know if the trailer will auto-stack them in there, or if it just kind of shoots them in and just is like, alright, we're done with it. Let's go. So we'll have to see what that does. And hopefully I can line this up right to get it done. I don't use this often enough to do it, and I never end up getting this stuff right. You know what? I can actually do it right. If we line up directly with the middle of this arrow, and H. Oh, why is it? I didn't buy fertilizer, did I? One of the things I think is weird, though, why does the fertilizer spread farther than this stuff? Than the lime? I don't get it. But I'm going to leave it. We're not going to worry about it. Did I line it up right? I did. Haha. So yeah, I didn't actually buy more fertilizer. There was already fertilizer there, and I just happened to grab it instead of the lime. Alright, so let's make sure. Let's F1 this. I need to go K, because I want to go to 2,000. And then we're going to go, X is already done. We're going to go V, and we're going to go B. And let's get some of these thrown in. That is also the downside of the other one I was looking at. It is an offset one. Why am I not going? There we go. Sorry. It's an offset baler, so it actually sticks out to the side. Oop, here we go. I don't know if it shoots the first one. I think once it gets another one loaded, it'll do it. Oh, they have a full grain tank. Alright. Well, we're going to continue to play around with this for a moment. Yoink. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Oh, why not go in? We had the cover on. I didn't actually think about that. So we are gonna have to pick up a bale, and the bales look tiny because, as I said, they're only normally 1,000 liters. But there we go. Look at that, first one in. So what I'm gonna do real quick, guys, is I am going to empty that guy there, and then we're gonna get this all set up, and I'm actually gonna do a quick time lapse of us just hucking bales because I think that'll be a lot of fun. Now that is really fun. I kind of wish I had seen this before I had done that whole field as well, because I definitely would have baled that whole field. And I think for now on in the future, we're going to bale all the fields as well. This will be very well, this will work very well for all of the straw, and I can't wait to use it more. We did run into another issue, as you can probably see right here. We ran out again on this. I was just having the worker finish up the last slice along the side, and they didn't have enough to complete it. And there are a couple of spots on the bottom I'm going to have to get done, so I'm probably going to end up doing that myself. We'll worry about that probably off camera. I'm not going to go too nuts with it. And this is 56% full, and it's probably going to be pretty we'll probably get close to a full trailer off this whole field, which will be very nice. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it from the worker and probably finish up this last bit on my own, because I know they get a lot of turnaround time when it comes to doing this stuff. Oh, let's straighten out my wheels. There we go. I'm getting better at it. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop into the combine right over here. We're going to get rid of the worker. And what I'm going to do real quick, guys, is I'm going to finish harvesting up this little patch, and then we're going to bring this over to sell just to see how much money we can make off of it. I think we're going to have a pretty solid haul today, which will be very nice. I'm very much looking forward to that. And yeah, I'll bring you guys back once we're at that let's make some money stage. So I sat there and waited the whole night for this train to show up, to then remember that I had traffic turned off. And the train ain't coming. A little, probably around, I skipped through the time, so it was only like, you know, a short bit of time. But I did eventually notice, like, hey, I don't think the train comes if traffic is off. So we did that. I was also running back and forth just to make sure the train wasn't like hiding, like stuck somewhere. I say hiding. Why are you moving? Stop moving. Hey. Stop. Stop. Well, we'll just let it move. As I said, though, it is money-making time. And what we got here is very little money, because it actually costs us $13,000 to for everything we have leased right now. So we're gonna have to work towards paying off a lot of this stuff, well, buying up a lot of this stuff as early as we can. I'm trying to think, how much stuff do I currently have leased? I shouldn't have much. I think it's just the 2. Okay, and it's... Yeah. Alright, well that makes sense. Those are both expensive items. So, that is fully loaded up. Look at all the cars. Ha ha ha, now you're stuck in my time. I'm blocking you and you can live with it. Alright, so now we're gonna go R. We're gonna go oats. I almost gave up and just dumped it in town, but it's $400 less per 1,000 liters if I sold it in town versus waiting for the train to eventually show up. That is the downside. I wish there was a way to kind of call the train. I think that'd help us out a lot in relation to getting this stuff done. But it doesn't seem like there is. And I think in the future, if I end up not needing money right away, it's probably just going to get dumped into the silo and just left there until I'm like, hey, let's sell a bunch of it, and I'll just, you know, start loading it up. At least that's how I think I'll do it. I don't know if that'll matter. I also don't know how much you can store in those, how many different bits you can store, because as I said, I've never used these silos before until today. Oh, until this series, I should say. So it is all very new to me, but there is 27,000 liters, which was 86% of our trailer, and it's only 22% of this train cart. So this train cart can hold a lot. You know? We'll say it's probably 25K. Around there. 24, 25K will probably be 20%. So this holds 100,000-ish liters, or 125,000 liters, depending on if it's 20 or 25. But that's still a lot. But the upside is we're gonna go and sell this. I'm gonna go with 13K. Oh no, it's actually gonna be a lot more than that because it's 1,000. It's 1,400 per. So I'm gonna go with 30,000. 38,000. All right, so we have plenty of money now. I am very happy about that, and we will. I'm very happy about the baling as well. It was very fun to play around with, and we are not going to be finishing it today. I'm going to finish it up in the next episode because while waiting for the train, our other field did grow, and I did finish off all of the liming of the other field there. I did the 2 bits that missed at the end, the little line down the middle, and then the rest of that end there. So there is still plenty of work to do for the next episode because we're going to have to harvest that one over there and lime it. We're going to have to finish baling this and lime it, and then we're going to have to look into planting, which should be fun. I don't think it'll be a big issue. It's just going to take the planting is going to take a long time. That's the only downside. I know that's going to take a very long time on this field. That's why, as I said, I was looking into getting that bigger spreader. I mean the bigger seeder, but I think it'll work nonetheless. Can we actually see the actual like acreage of these? I could have sworn there was a way to do it, but I can't remember. So I'll have to play around with it off camera. If you guys do know, let me know in the comment section down below what it normally, how you can normally tell what the acreage of your field is, if you can. I don't even know if you can. But as I said, that's going to be it from me today. I hope you guys did enjoy, and hope you all have a nice night, day, morning, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. This is some defense. I hope to see you again soon. Peace.